This won't fit.
That won't. Maybe this one will. I don't think it will either. But
What?
yeah, this won't fit.
I know. I just realized. Alex said bring a mic stand out and put these on, and I was just like,
I'll tell him we don't.
Alex.
Alex, so
Goodness. It's not gonna fit that. No. So what do we
we
do?
already tried to realize.
That one's on?
The mic's on.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's showing.
Nicolita.
No.
You're like, no, I don't
Yeah,
like that
try.
name.
No, I can get it
You
on.
only like the Nicole.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? All right. All right. Well, thank you, everyone, for joining us for our return trip from Charleston, West Virginia, welcoming everyone back. I had the pleasure of leading the mission trip this year, which leading up to it was a little frustrating, and I kind of just all the admin stuff, and I said I'm not doing this again. But after the week I had with these kids, I'm definitely doing this again. All right, you guys are awesome. And if you'll have me, all right? So in Charleston, West Virginia, we were there with 3 other churches. 41 people that week, youths from 4 different churches. We were 19 of that 41, so it was interesting. We always take over. And we were broken up into 3 different crews. We had the Apple Atyas, we had the Gold and Eagles, and we had the Purple Onions. It was just great trip from a spiritual perspective, I think. And I think I was talking to Taya, and she actually said, and she's not here today. She had to she couldn't get coverage at work, but she had told me that it was we were talking about how we missed this last year, and it was for me like just like a spiritual journey I needed to go on. And she said it was a spiritual reset. So that's what I've been using, that term, and I think you guys will all agree. So watching these kids, all the work that they were doing from just personal growth, doing the Lord's work, and our adult leaders, right? We had Alex, Betty, and myself leading these crews, but we also had 2 returnees, right? We had Dan and Liam, who I think is coming, and they were our additional adult leaders. So we put a lot of pressure on them. But they came through, and it was great to see them go through their own spiritual journey, now sitting on the other side of the table. So with that, I'm not going to talk much more, unless Betty or Alex, you guys got anything you want to add, or Dan? No, shaking their heads. So I just want to, before we go ahead and do the Paper Plate Awards and start eating, I wanted to make sure that we just do a quick prayer, nothing too deep. So if you could join me, it'd be great. Dear Lord, thank you for the continued spiritual journey that we went on in Charleston, West Virginia. Thank you for keeping your eye on us and keeping us safe, and for the safe return trip home. Bless the food we're about to eat, and thank you. God bless. Amen. And with that, I guess we should do, who's hungry? People hungry, or do you want to do the Paper Plate Awards, do the video? What are you thinking, Alex? All right, let's start with the food. Don't be shy.
Check. So, there we go. While we're all eating, Kristen put together a slideshow of all the pictures and videos from the mission trip. So we're gonna watch that. What? Raise it up. Louder. Louder. While we eat, we're going to play the slideshow that Kristen put together. While we eat, we're going to watch the slideshow that Kristen put together from our mission trip week. Thank you, Kristen.
a lot of work, a lot of good, from a faith perspective, from a servitude perspective, but we also had a little bit of fun too, right? And that's all like fellowship and these guys, you guys are awesome. So let's give a round of applause to youth group. So we do have I don't know how long this tradition's been around, but we do have a tradition of doing paper plate awards. Can I use this table? Is that like bad? I don't know. I guess I'll go over here. So, yeah, could you? And I think maybe you can start with the purple onions.
Ooh, purple onion.
All right. Yes.
Let me just find.
Huh? Okay. You're welcome. Did someone just say that I should stand up and help her? Because I'm already standing. Oh, okay. I do get that a lot.
Oh, so I have to announce. Okay, so part of my team, the Purple Onions, we had Ben. Ben was very, very proud of the hedges that he clipped. From what I understand, he takes pictures of his hedges every time he does it. So, needless to say, Ben gets the Best Hedge Clipper Award. Steph. She was like my right arm on the trip, and she was a big help to me. I always knew she was mature and helpful, but more so like when she was keeping me in line. So thank you, Steph, which I did need, by the way. So Steph, most willing to help, including painting award, which, by the way, I kept saying we're not painting anymore. I don't care what they give us, we're not painting. Guess what? We painted stairwells after stairwells, and I would cave. So Steph would always remind me. Kayla. So Kayla. Had a lot of fun with her, got to know the twins. They're beautiful girls. I had so much fun, and I enjoyed our time together. Although, Liam and I spent a lot of time cleaning up paint on the floor, and we couldn't understand where this paint was coming, which, by the way, we probably need to reimburse them for the hand sanitizer we used cleaning up the place. But at one point, Kayla's walking around. Where's Kayla? Where's all this paint coming from? So Kayla gets the Paint on the Bottom of Your Sneaker Award. Thank you very much. Caitlin's not here, but Caitlin put her heart and soul into this trip. One of the people that we met, now is my Facebook friend, is a woman we met and really touched Caitlin, touched all of us that were with her. But she would definitely get the most likely to form an instant connection people award. We were going to say cry, but we didn't want to do that either. But that would be Caitlin's award. And I can't forget Liam. Liam was a great person. We were supposed to be mentoring him, but being my first trip, it was Liam mentoring Betty. He was there in the front seat guiding me, reminding me I needed an iced coffee so I wouldn't get a migraine, assuring me it's okay, the kids are all right if you stop and get one. So he gets the Best Co-Pilot Award. There you go. And that's it for the Purple Onions.
All right. All right, so I guess I'll do the apple atyas next. Are these in order? Let's see. Yeah. I did not have.
I think I have them in order.
These are. I got Aaron.
Yours? Yeah.
Michael, Dan. Thank you.
You're good?
Yes. All right. Sorry about that. So we do, I don't know, we didn't come up with the names of the teams, so no judgment there. But this is the Apple Atyas. And, yeah, could you? So the first one I have is for Nicole. Now, this was Nicole's first trip with us. A little apprehensive at first, wouldn't you say? But by the end of the week, it's like completely, I'm doing this again. And that's despite the fact that she was my navigator. I went through a few navigators. Apparently, I stressed out somebody. Dan, you kept telling me that, careful, the bridge could be frozen, although it was like 95 degrees outside, but it's all good. It's all good. But Nicole stuck with me, right? So she gets the Best Navigator Award. You can get a little road on there, too. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Kara. So, where's Kara? There you are. So, my crew spent a lot of time at the Boys and Girls Club that was attached to the Salvation Army. So, it was a little different. Like when we do VBS here and we do, in the past, we would do what they call Kids Club. The kids here kind of grew up here when they come to VBS, and I think in Kids Club on the mission trip, it's similar where we're hosting kids that are the kids of the parishioners of the church we're staying in, right? Behaviors are a little different. So this time, we were helping out the Salvation Army, the Boys and Girls Club. The kids could stay there all day, all summer, for $25 each, right? So a little bit different. Behaviors were quite different. But I got to hand it to Kara. You had such a natural way in speaking with these kids. At the time, we were like, I was getting a headache, right? But you were so calm and collective, and it was just a natural thing for you to have the kids come out of their shells and speak to you. So we've given you the Best Child Whisperer Award. All right. Oh, this is fine. So Aaron, again, being with these kids most of the week, we were doing some competitive sports, I guess you could say. And Aaron and Dan, really, they took it to heart. I had an injury, right, because I'm like 30 years older than these guys, and I forgot. So we were playing Shark Attack, and I got knocked down to the point that I was bleeding. And the kid that knocked me down, he, as soon as I went down, he tagged me, right? Like, he didn't even see if I could get up. But Kara came over and helped me up, and she sacrificed herself. She did get tagged, and then all I heard was Dan yell out, "Ed, down!" And Aaron thought I was one of the kids. So she didn't stop either. But she did get, I think, you kicked that ball, I think you got it twice as far as home runs, right? So she was all over it. So we have her most likely to outdo a 10-year-old award. And of course, now I need to do Dan. Yeah, I'll do Dan. So Dan, it was so great to see you on this trip, come back as an adult leader. I'm very impressed with you and Liam for everything you guys did. However, when we were playing kickball, I mean, the kids they wanted to go after Dan, right? Because they're all like, what was the tallest one? Maybe 4 feet? I don't know. 4 and change? Yeah. I stopped counting at 4. Right, but since Dan is so big, they wanted to go after him. Like it was like a badge of honor to take him down, and he wasn't standing for it. So I won't go into specifics, but we have you as most likely to knock out a 10-year-old award. And last but not least for my crew, Michael. Michael, it was your last year going, right? You have to take a summer off before you can go again. But it was great to have you there. And your sense of humor really came out, I think. I didn't know you were as twisted as I am. But while one day we went to a thrift store, and we had to help organize clothing. I mean, we were there for hours, but we had to help organize clothing in men's, women, boys, and girls. We put together a few crates for them, right, so they can store records. We were taking in donations that were being left at the loading dock. It was a busy afternoon, it was a busy day, but Michael, he kept trying clothing on. And it didn't matter, like, we're not judging again, but he was wearing a dress, he was wearing, you know, I mean, it's all good, it's all good. So we got you Best Thrift Store Model Award. Did I get your award? You get a little award too. You can dress that up if you want. So next we have Gold and Eagles. So that would be Senor Alex.
Come on. What? Presenting these awards. Okay. Let's come over here. Oh, I can present this one here. Okay, our next award is for Patrick, the Best Wii Character Designer Award. Go, Patrick. I didn't even see those. So the first day we were at YWCA, which was an organization for, it was, were you there or was Liam there? Liam. Remember who it was for? It was for single women, women with custody of their kids, intact families, and men who have custody of their kids? Okay. So the first assignment we had was to clean up and set up the classroom that was there for, I forget what age kids. And so they had all these video game systems. They had a Wii and they had a PS3 or PS4 or whatever they are. But they weren't hooked up because they didn't know how to hook them up. So once we had them set up, thank you, Steph, Patrick was able to make a character who very closely resembled the director, Michelle, right. So hence Patrick's award. Oh, yeah. The next award is for Taya, who has the grateful to have gotten a tetanus shot award. So I think this was Wednesday. We were at Cafe Appalachia, and that was an organization that was for women who were coming off addiction, and it was a place for them to work. And so I had run out to pick up some materials, and Taya was with everyone else who was picking beans, I think, from the garden that was there. And so when I got back, I forget who immediately pointed out to me that Taya had caught a rusty nail with her leg and was unfortunately bleeding a little bit. Therefore, Taya gets the grateful to have gotten a tetanus shot award. Bring it back to you guys. She is okay, yes. Dan?
So I don't know the whole story behind this one for Will, but apparently he was at a work site with children there as well as painting. And one of the kids was like, "Hey, can we paint your face?" And he was like, "Okay, but just a tree on his face." And when you tell any kid just do a little bit, it doesn't happen. It has to be the whole thing. So I see him at the shower place just with the face full of paint, and I'm like, "What happened?" And he just doesn't feel like explaining it, but that's basically the story behind the award for the best human canvas.
Our next award is for Kristen, who got the Share Bear's Slime Rescuing Friend That She Will Never Forget award. So the story for this one, we had kids club, or equivalent to kids club, which was more or less a daycare for 2 of the days of the trip. And the group that we had a whole mix of kids, like we talked about earlier. And one of the kids, whose name was Cher Bear, took an especial liking to Kristen and Kristen's guitar. And so she always wanted to play Kristen's guitar, or just kind of grab at the strings and claw them, and while Kristen was trying to teach her. And so the last day, Cher Bear had done some craft with someone else, and it was one of these like little sticky slime things. And so Cher Bear wanted to play Kristen's guitar, but also wanted to have her slime craft. And so somehow her slime craft ball thing got inside Kristen's guitar, and we thought it'd be easy to get out, and it really wasn't. And the short of it is, once we got it out, we didn't realize how much hair was in Kristen's guitar, which was pretty gross. Therefore, Kristen gets the Cher Bear Slime Rescuing Friend That She Will Never Forget award. I can take. Do you want to take this one?
I don't know what that's about. I wasn't around for that.
I do. But
So the showers were very interesting. Yeah, I had to be bodyguard, make sure that the other group stayed out. A lot of, hey, Betty, they're singing in the shower and they're taking time and not letting us in conversations. There's something in the shower. So for Lauren, we did hear Lauren. So she gets the best shower hairball gagging wrangler award, because she was the one that tackled the big hairball that was causing a lot of controversy that we would hear about every single day. So. It's not a real hairball, by the way.
Okay, our last award is for Allison. Allison, who is not here today. Allison gets the kindest to Jerry the Salamander as his unlikely Undertaker award. This is a very cute award, Betty. So as we saw a little bit in the video, Thursday when we were working at, I forget the name of the place, we were doing some gardening outside, and Allison and Kristen happened to find a salamander who had already passed away, thankfully, and wanted to give him a gracious burial, and so they did. And therefore, Allison gets the kindest to Jerry the Salamander as his unlikely Undertaker award.
So just one last thing on the video that you saw. I want you to realize that, again, we had a lot of work. We did have some fun. But if you look at some of the work we were doing, don't let your kids ever tell you that they don't know how to do something. Use them. They know how to do this stuff. So, so I don't have anything else, Betty. Do you? I think Dan. Yeah. Yeah, come on up here. Just a day in the life.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to need help from other people in other groups because I can't really remember that well, but I was in the Appalachians, and so for us, we helped out at the kids club as well as the thrift store, which you guys heard a little bit about, but you guys never really heard about our evening activities that we did. So the first night we were in second night we were in Charleston, because first night we got there at 8 o'clock and couldn't go to the bathroom until 8:45 because they were just like, you're late, you gotta do everything instead of settle. So the second night we were in Charleston, we explored the downtown, which was fun. We got ice cream and we found a bunch of weird things, like the weird man and the marble. The second night we were there was our free choice night, And, what did we do? Oh yeah, we went on the hike, and those who didn't want to go on the hike hung around back in the church, I think. The Wednesday night, we went to the Baptist church, which was an experience because it's a much different way of worshiping the Lord than a lot of people are used to. But it's definitely a good experience to see that there's more than one right way to worship the Lord, and there's more than one way to do anything. And then the Thursday night was our last night there, so they had all of the churches go to a park and hang out and play volleyball or throw a frisbee together, which was a lot of fun, and it was a good way to finish the trip. Did I miss anything? No? All right.
All right, so thanks again for all your support. Oh, I think we have, there we go. I'm sorry?
Are we going to dismiss everyone?
I was just going to say thank you
Okay.
for your support. Thank you for your support before the mission trip, during the mission trip, and I'm going to be presumptuous and say for the next year's mission trip. So thank you again to all of you guys, and Dan and Liam especially, thank you. And stay tuned. As soon as we know where we're going to go next year, we'll be communicating that out to everybody and getting people signed up. And I hope to see all of you guys there again. So, thank you.
So as president of the church and a mother of two that went on the mission trip, I just wanted to thank all of the adult chaperones for what they sacrificed for that week. Understand that these are working individuals or students who are very busy in their lives, and they took a week's vacation to be with our kids and work their butts off, okay? This trip, having gone on it, I can tell you, it's an incredibly growthful experience. You see the children grow, the adults grow. It's just an amazing thing. I highly encourage anyone who has any interest to consider going at least once. It's a very spiritual and life-changing event. But I really wanted to acknowledge the fact that these adults drove 8.5 hours with your kids in the car. They took care of them, made sure they were happy during the week, worked and did everything that they could to make it a wonderful experience for them. So I just wanted to say thank you. And from the families, we all have a little card for each of you, okay? So I just wanted to say thank you.
Is that still on? Yes. Sorry. Thank you again, and you don't have to go home, but you can stay here. But all seriousness, stay as long as you want. Fellowship, we still have plenty of food. There's some coffee. Thank you again.